Yeah, good evening, children. I'll tell you when you have to start writing. Look at this question. Find the perimeter of a parallelogram. Find the perimeter of the parallelogram ABCD. All right, the figure is given to you. So by the property of a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So if AB is 10.5 centimeters, CD is also 10.5 centimeters. BC is 8.3 centimeters. Same reason, opposite sides are equal. So AD is also 8.3 centimeters. So how do you find the perimeter? The sum of the four sides. All right. All right. Sorry. That's for rectangle. You can use that formula if you want. 2 into base plus. No, that's not the height. No, they are the two sides. Yeah. So simply add all the four sides. Like this. Okay, perimeter is sum of the four sides of the parallelogram. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so before we continue with the next question, I just wanted to recall this property of a parallelogram. So understanding the property, co-interior angles are supplementary in a parallelogram. Okay, so here you see a parallelogram ABCD. All right, what do we mean by co-interior angles? They are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So let's understand how this property can be applied in a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. Now look at this figure. I've erased that side of the parallelogram, which is not needed to understand this property. All right. So it's the same parallelogram, but you don't see the side here. Okay. So see here, AD and BC are the parallel lines and AB is the transversal. Parallel lines, transversal. Correct? Parallel lines, transversal. So these are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. These are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. See, when two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, or when two lines are intersected by a transversal, 8 angles are formed around the transversal. 8 angles. 8 angles are formed around the transversal. 4 of them are interior angles and 4 of them are exterior angles. So here 3, 4, 5 and 6 are interior angles, while 1, 2, 7 and 8 are exterior angles. Now we are talking about co-interior angles, which are interior angles. Co-interior angles are interior angles that are on the same side of the transversal. So with respect to this figure, we are talking about angles 4 and 6, which are interior angles on the same side of the transversal, or we're talking about 3 and 5, which are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Okay, co-interior angles are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So 4 and 6 are interior angles on, in this figure, the left side of the transversal, and 3 and 5 are interior angles on the same side, on the right side of the transversal. So we're talking about such angles. Okay, so in a parallelogram, we know that both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So AD is parallel to BC and AB is a transversal. So you can just produce the lines to understand. You can produce the lines. So like this it is. So this angle and this angle, they are interior angles. They are interior angles. They are co-interior angles. They are interior angles and they are co-interior angles because they lie on the same side of the transversal. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Reason, co-interior angles are supplementary because these are the two parallel lines. So opposite sides are parallel. So these are the two parallel lines and this side is a transversal. So angle A plus angle B is equal to 180. Co-interior angles are supplementary. We also say adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. We also say adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. So I've mentioned the parallel lines. So you can see here AD is parallel to BC and AB is the transversal. Yeah. Go through the others. Okay, let me tell you just one more. So with the same thing, with AD parallel to BC, you can write one more. AD parallel to BC. First, AD parallel to BC, AB is the transversal. Now, AD parallel to BC, DC is the transversal. With the same set of parallel lines, you can take two different transversals. With the same set of parallel lines, AD parallel to BC, with the same set of parallel lines, once you can take AB as a transversal and identify adjacent angles or co-interior angles that are supplementary, then you can take DC or CD as a transversal. Adjacent angles or co-interior angles are supplementary. See, we say adjacent angles, it is the properties co-interior angles are supplementary. But in a parallelogram, there are also adjacent angles, no? In a parallelogram, there are also adjacent angles. Because what are the opposite angles? Which are the opposite angles in the parallelogram? Angle A and angle C are opposite angles. Angle B and angle D are opposite angles. Adjacent angles are angle A and B are adjacent angles. B and C are adjacent angles. C and D are adjacent angles. B and A are adjacent angles. We're talking about a pair of angles that are just next to one another. It's very easy. See, like, if you take the side BC, angle B and angle C are adjacent angles. If you take this line AB, angle A and angle B are adjacent angles. AD, angle A and angle D are adjacent angles. DC or CD, angle C and angle D are adjacent angles. Okay, so AD parallel to BC. Here we have taken AB as a transversal. So here DC as a transversal. Okay, co-interior angles are supplementary. So angle D plus angle C is equal to 180. And here we have we are done with this set of parallel lines. Now let's take this set of parallel lines. AB parallel to DC. AB parallel to DC. Okay, and in one case, AB parallel to DC, you can take BC as a transversal, then you can take AD as a transversal. So here we have with BC as transversal, AD as transversal. Adjacent angles are supplementary or co-interior angles are supplementary. So angle B plus angle C is 180, angle A plus angle D is 180. Coming back to this presentation, this question. So PQRS is a parallelogram. Find the values of X, Y, and Z. Okay. So by the property of a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. So what's the value of X? 105 degrees. That's a property of a parallelogram. Not always. In every figure, we cannot say that. It's given PQRS is a parallelogram. So you must apply. You must use the properties of a parallelogram to answer these to answer this question or to find the values of X, Y, and Z. So X is equal to 105 degrees because opposite angles are equal. Then Y, what's the value of Y? Louder. Z is equal to? Yeah, why? Correct. So you can find Z using the property that adjacent angles are supplementary. We just recall the property, no, from another presentation. So yeah, so angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180. We just found X, no? Opposite angles are equal. So X is 105. So Z is equal to 180 minus 105, 75 degrees, because X plus Z is equal to 180. X plus Z is equal to 180. But if you want to find in the order, now supposing you can answer in any order, but if you want to find in the order X, then Y, and then Z. So how do you find Y? Now we found X using the property opposite angles are equal. Okay, now let's find Y. No, we haven't found Z now. We're finding it in the order. We found X, now we're going to find Y. Just don't stop halfway. Ma'am, correspond. Tell me the parallel lines, mention the transversal, and be sure about what you're saying. Correct, you're right. So extend the parallel lines. Extend the parallel lines. Okay, so we know that these two lines or these two sides, the sides of the parallelogram extended. Opposite sides, when you extend them, they're parallel. So you can see parallel lines, transversal. How do you identify corresponding angles? They lie on the same side of the transversal. Corresponding angles will lie on the same side of the transversal. And one angle will be an interior angle, will be an exterior angle, but they'll not have the same vertex. They'll have different vertices. Corresponding angles, first, they lie on the same side of the transversal. Two, one angle is interior while the other is exterior. Three, these two angles, this interior and exterior angle, they should not have the same vertex. So here, this angle and this angle, they are corresponding angles. See, the vertex of this angle is R. The vertex of this angle is Q. They should not have the same vertex. So corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal. One angle is interior while the other is exterior, but they should not have the same vertices. Right? So I hope you can identify. See here, this is interior, this is exterior. They lie on the same side of the transversal. One is interior, one is exterior, and they have different vertices. So X is equal to Y, corresponding angles are equal. X is equal to Y, corresponding angles are equal. So since X is 105 degrees, Y is also 105 degrees. Now Z you can find using linear pair. You can find using linear pair. Y plus Z is equal to 180. Y plus Z is equal to 180. Linear pair. That is not a property of a parallelogram. Anywhere you see a straight line and a ray on it, anywhere you see a straight line and a ray on it, the two angles form a linear pair. So Y plus Z is equal to 180. So Z is 75, or as we discussed earlier, you can even do X plus Z is equal to 180. Adjacent angles are supplementary. LMNO is a parallelogram. LMNO is a parallelogram. Okay. Now, name the vertices of this parallelogram. I'm asking him. Name the vertices of this parallelogram. Vertices? So a quadrilateral has 4 vertices, the 4 corners. Okay. So vertex L, vertex M, vertex N, vertex O. That's all. Okay, so the number of vertices will be equal to the number of sides the figure has. How many sides does this figure have? 4 sides. So it'll have 4 vertices, 4 interior angles. This figure has 4 sides. It'll have 4 interior angles, 4 vertices. Number of diagonals is 2. It has 2 diagonals. Okay. Now what is given? PM is 6. PM, this one is 6. This is 6. Now, with just this information, can you find something else with this information? PM is 6 centimeters, right? No, you don't read the question ahead and try to answer the question for me. I'm saying PM is 6, right? What can you say? What else can you find with the help of this information? Anything. It may not be a part of the question. If PM is 6, what else can you find? How much is OP? Why? Diagonals are equal. So PM is a diagonal. Is PM a diagonal? No. So that's what it is. Your answer is right, but you're not able to justify. You're not able to express, which is why you should learn the properties. The theory part, so that you can express now. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. In a parallelogram, diagonals are not equal. The diagonals are not equal, but they bisect each other. They bisect each other. What do you mean by bisect each other? One diagonal cuts the other diagonal into 2 equal pieces. So one diagonal, say this diagonal OM, cuts the diagonal LN into 2 equal pieces. And the vice versa, which means P is the midpoint of both the diagonals. P is the midpoint of both the diagonals. So P is the midpoint of OM. P is also the midpoint of the diagonal LN. So if PM is 6, this is also 6. This is also 6 because OM is a diagonal and it is cut into 2 equal pieces. The midpoint is P. Yeah, the diagonal is OM. And which is the midpoint of OM? P. P is the midpoint. So if PM is 6, OP is also 6. That's all. That's all you can find. The length of the other diagonal we don't know because they're not equal. So what is the length of this diagonal OM? 12. 6 plus 6, 12. The length of this diagonal OM is 6 plus 6, 12. But LN is not 12 because diagonals are not equal in a parallelogram. LN is not 12 because diagonals are not equal. Okay, now let's read the question. NL is 4 more than OM. 12 plus 4, 16. Because see, it's given here. NL is 4 more than OM. Which is NL? This is NL. NL is 4 more than what? Than OM. How much is OM? 6 plus 6, 12. What's 4 more than that? 16. So NL is 16. NL is 16. NL is 16. So PL is equal to 8. Yeah, so PL is equal to 8. Yeah, because P is the midpoint of LN. So the length of this diagonal is 16. So this is 8 and this is 8. So PL is equal to 8 centimeters. So see how it is worked? See how it is worked? We know that OP is equal to PM, correct? OP is equal to PM. Okay, so OP because PM is 6, OP is also 6, correct? Now, how much is the length of OM? OM is equal to OP plus PM. OP plus PM, 6 plus 6, 12 centimeters. Now, what is given NL? NL is 4 more than. 4 more than means plus 4. Than what? OM. OM plus 4. See, we are just writing this as an equation. This one is an equation. NL is S means equal to 4 more than what? 4 more than what? OM. OM. So NL is equal to OM plus 4. So, but we found no OM is 12, so 12 plus 4, 16. Now, how will you find PL? PL is equal to half of NL. PL will be half of NL, half of NL. So half of 16, which is 8 centimeters. So first you should work it in your mind, like what we did now. No? PM is 6. So this one is 6. So this is also 6. So 6 plus 6, 12. So the length of one diagonal, that is the diagonal OM is 12. Now, according to the question, the length of the other diagonal LN is 4 more. So it will be 12 plus 4, 16. And we need to find PL. PL is half of 16, which is 8. So work it in your mind and then you can present it. Yeah, now this is for you. I'll give you 5 minutes for this. Don't, you can just use the last page or you can just give the heading rough work. You can continue, write today's date. See, it's left, I leave it to you. You can use the last page or you can just continue, give the heading rough work. So you don't have to draw the diagram now. That we'll complete the classwork later. I just want the answers. Measure of angle ADC plus measure of angle BCD is equal to. You are ready? No. Ready? Yeah. AD is equal to BC. BC. Angle DCB is equal to DAB. Correct. You can write BAD also. Opposite angles. Opposite angles. Opposite angles are equal. OC is equal to OA. Correct. OC is equal to OA. OC is equal to OA. Then measure of ADC. This is ADC plus measure of BCD. BCD. This is BCD is equal to 180. Because adjacent angles are supplementary. 180. Then what sign? What symbol will you? Not equal. AC is not equal to BD. Correct. AC is not equal to BD because in a parallelogram, diagonals are not equal. OB is equal to OD. OB. Explain clearly why you don't understand. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Why should you mark the figures given? No? Angle ADC, right? This is angle ADC. This is the angle BCD. They're adjacent angles. They're supplementary. All right? Okay. Yeah. Find X first. Find X. Correct. How? You want me to mark something? Yeah, now tell me. I want the steps. 1 second. You came out of the answer first. Just wait. Oh, you wanted me to mark something here, is it? Okay. Wait. Angle POA. How will this angle be equal to this angle? Correct. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that what you said is right. Yeah, continue then. Okay, you're not able to express. Fine, you're right. Okay, yes, yeah. Continue. Anirudh. No, I'm not asking Z. Your steps for X. See, you should mark this You can mark this as A and you see. Yeah, A plus 70 is equal to 180. Is it so difficult to say this? A plus 70 is equal to 180 linear pair. So A is equal to 110 degrees. Now X is equal to A. Therefore, why X is equal to A? Opposite angles are equal. Therefore, X is equal to 110 degrees. You should mark this angle. You can mark, if you want to mark something to, show the steps, you can do it. You can mark this angle. You should draw the figure in your book. You must draw this figure in your book and you can mark this angle as A. So A plus 70 is equal to 180 linear pair. That's how we start. A is 110 and then A is equal to X. So opposite angles are equal. Yeah. Why? Loud. No. We'll find why. Yeah. You can say not Z. Why? Reason? Alternate angles are equal. Where's the Z? Which are the parallel lines? See the angles. One second, I'll just see here. You're talking about this angle Y and 70. Okay. So it's like this. It's like this. Here is Y and here is 70. Now, these two lines have to be parallel and this one should be the transversal. Are these two lines parallel? No, then they're not alternate angles. Okay, meaning then alternate angles, see these two lines must be parallel, intersected by a transversal, then alternate angles are equal. So where are the parallel lines here? No, then so look at this. No. 110? No. Yeah, louder. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. This one, huh? Okay. Which one? Which two angles form a linear pair? No. Okay. So see, parallel line, transversal, parallel line. 40 and Y. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. Why are these two parallel? Because they're the opposite sides of the parallelogram HOPE. These two are the opposite sides of the parallelogram HOPE. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel. So these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal. And you can see 40 and Y. Alternate angles are equal. I'll show you again. See, this is a line. This is a transversal. This is a line. Now, these two lines are parallel because they're the opposite sides of the parallelogram HOP. They are parallel. It's not marked, but it's given HOP is a parallelogram. So opposite sides are parallel. And this is the transversal. And you can see the angles in the Z. You can see the angles in the Z. That's where alternate angles lie, right? In the Z formation here and here. So this is 40 and this is y. So y is equal to 40. Alternate angles are equal. Then z. So we found this one 110 and this 40. How much is this? Why?
Because the angle A is equal to 110 degrees. So 115 and that is.
So earlier we found this 110 degrees linear pair. So now angle sum property, correct? 110 plus 40. Earlier we found this. So 110 plus 40 plus z is equal to 180. So you can find z. That's one way, but you can also use the exterior angle property. Always use that. Wherever possible, use that. Exterior angle property. See, this is the triangle. And the side is produced. This is the exterior angle formed. This is the interior angle. Leave this. These are the interior opposite angles. This is 70 and this one is 40 we found. This one is Z. Z plus 40 is equal to 70. Exterior angle property. This is the exterior angle. This is the exterior angle. This is the interior angle. Leave this angle. These are the two interior opposite angles. So the property is Z plus 40 will be equal to 70. So Z is equal to 30 degrees. Yeah. Find X first. First find X. 125 degrees. Reason? Adjacent angles are supplementary. X plus 55. X plus 55 is equal to 180. So X is equal to 180 minus 55, which is 125 degrees. Okay. So Y is equal to 125 degrees because opposite angles are equal. Very good. Then Z?
Z is equal to 120.
1?
55.
No.
And opposite angles.
Yeah, opposite angles are equal. Correct. 125. Yeah. That only you should use. Yes, yes. But because they started, I just. Okay, so you said this is 55, so this is 55. Opposite angles are equal, and then linear pair 55 plus z is equal to 180.
And then X is equal to corresponding.
Yeah, we'll do it like that only. We'll see. So first we'll find X like this. X plus 55 is equal to 180. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So we get X. Then Y, opposite angles are equal. This is 125, so this is also 125 because opposite angles are equal. Now for Z, see these are the two parallel lines and this is the transversal. Parallel lines, transversal. So how are corresponding angles formed? They lie on the same side of the transversal. X and Z are on the same side of the transversal. They're above the transversal, both of them. And this one is an interior angle, this one is an exterior angle. And they have different vertices. This is the vertex for this angle. This is the vertex for this angle. Clearly, they are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles lie on the same side of the transversal, either on the left side or on the right side or above or below. So they lie on the same side of the transversal. One is an interior angle, while the other is an exterior angle. And they have different vertices. So 125, Z is equal to 125, corresponding angles are equal. No, louder. Oh, that's X. This one, huh? This one is X. One X first.
Ma'am, we should go in the order compensation.
No, nothing like that. Okay, fine. Tell me why. No, nothing like that.
Y is equal to 120 degrees and x plus 112 is equal to 180 because of adjacent.
No. X plus 112 is not 180 because see, you should take the complete angle.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. 112 degrees is equal to y. Y is equal to 112. And then that 112 plus x is equal to angle to problem.
X is only this part. This angle. Okay. Correct. Okay. So opposite angles are equal. So y is 112. And then angle sum property. 112 plus 40 plus x is equal to 180. So you can find x using angle sum property. And then z. What about z?
And z is equal to 40 plus z is equal to 180.
No, 40 and z, they don't form a linear pair. Is this angle 180 degrees? Then you're saying 40 plus z is 180. This is 180 degrees then. If you say 40 plus z is 180, then is this angle, is the measure of this angle 180 degrees? Hey, anything? Louder. See, you're very soft. Loud.
When x to 120 degrees, then and x to x, there is a reference angle A. 128 plus A is equal to 180 degrees.
Oh, this is 180 degrees, huh? This angle. Which one? This angle? Okay. Correct. You're right. Yes. Because alternate angles are equal. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. These two lines are parallel. This is the transversal.
Okay.
So this is 40. So this is also 40. Extend. Correct. Oh yeah, we already found x, right? Yeah, what was x? 120. X was 128? No. 112. This is 112. Okay. So this is 28. So we found y opposite angles are equal. X by angle sum property. Z alternate angles are equal. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. These two lines are parallel. This is the transversal. So Z is 28 degrees. Alternate angles are equal. Yeah. Correct.
Because right angle 90 plus 30 y is equal to 60.
Very good.
Z ma'am, we have to think like all and particularly how to capture unequal equation 90. Then after that, y is equal to 60 degree angles of property that is effect from z is equal to 60. Z is equal to 60. Z is equal to 60. I thought it's 90. If you go to the other side, 90. That's 40.
Which are the parallel lines? No. You're talking about this angle and this angle, right? Which are the parallel lines? You must identify the parallel lines and the transversal. These two lines are they meet here, no? Yeah, you're right. You said 60, right? Why? Reason? 60 is correct. What's the reason? Yeah, Z only. Z, when you rotate it, it becomes N and whatnot. So, correct. So, first it is X is equal to 90 because this is not, this is 90, right? This symbol means 90. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So, X is equal to 90. Then to find Y, 90 plus 30 plus Y is equal to 180. Is equal to 180. Correct? So Y is 60 degrees. Now see here. Parallel line. Why parallel? Because opposite sides are parallel. It's a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. So you can see a parallel line, transversal, parallel line. So here is Y and here is Z. This we already found is 60. So this is also 60. See, that yeah, you can find many other angles. No, you can simply find some other angle and maybe like you see, you can just do roundabout. No, you can see here. Not needed, but this 30, no. So parallel line, transversal, parallel line. So you can get 30 here. Then you can find Z using angle sum property. Okay, so now Z, first X is what, Harini? X is what, Harini? 90. Then how much is Y? 60. Now see here, this is these are the parallel lines. This one and this one, these are the parallel lines because opposite sides of the parallelogram are parallel. These are the parallel lines and this is the transversal. This one is a transversal. This diagonal is a transversal. So in that Z formation, see how is that Z? Like this. So this angle and this angle, they're equal because the alternate angles are equal. So Y is 60, so Z is also 60. Yeah. Correct. Because in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, no? In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. That means 3x is equal to 18.
X is equal to Y is equal to 9.
Y is equal to 9, correct. Because again, opposite sides are equal. 3y plus 1 is equal to 28. 3y is equal to 28 minus 1. 3y is equal to 27. Y is equal to 27 by 3, 9. Now, last 45 minutes from 8:45. Got it? No, should I do this again? What is the property used here? Yeah, opposite sides are parallel, but the property we are using here is opposite sides are equal. Yeah. Very good. Y plus 7 is equal to 20. Y, which is a diagonal? Tell me the diagonal. BD. BD is the diagonal. Which is the midpoint of BD? O is the midpoint. So which are the two equal parts of BD? OD is equal to OB. So, yeah, 20 is equal to y plus 7 or y plus 7 is equal to 20. Y plus 7 is 20. So y is equal to 20 minus 7, 13. Which is the other diagonal? AC is the other diagonal. Which is the midpoint of? O is the midpoint of AC. So which are the two equal parts? OA is equal to OC. So 16 is equal to x plus y. Yeah, x plus y is equal to 16. But y we already found is 13 is equal to 16. So x is equal to 16 minus 13, which is 3. See the working here. OB is equal to OD. OC is equal to OA. Yeah. Let's check how many in this presentation. RISK and CLUE are parallelograms. RISK, this one is a parallelogram, and CLUE. Yeah, children.
Now, can you just make that straight lines? Then the dotted and
X is equal to 50. Huh?
E is equal to 79.
This one, huh? Okay.
This is equal to 60. And this is equal to 60. And another line is equal to 120.
What will you do with this angle? 1 minute, 1 minute. You're saying it looks too narrow for 70, is it? You're saying it looks too narrow for 70? When you can say this is 180, you should not have that. Yeah, correct. Okay, see here. So this one is a parallelogram, right? So what is it? No, which are the parallel lines you're mentioning?
KS and RA.
KS and RE are the parallel lines. Which is the transversal? Okay, no. They are irrelevant. No, the final answer which you said. What did you say? 50, you said, no, yeah, that's right. But you know what you mentioned? Correct. You're talking about this. Yeah, so this one you're saying, no? Oh, you're finding this one first? Okay, so you're finding this one. All right, what is 60? Then you're saying opposite angle is 60. Okay. Oh, okay, I was saying like you can find the 60 straight away because adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay. Anyways, you're still right. Okay, this is 60. Then this is not the parallelogram. Which is 70. This one is 70. Correct. Then angle sum property. Correct. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, 1 second, 1 second. I'll just don't see. Okay, so don't see this figure. Can you see the parallelogram now? Can you see this parallelogram? Can you see the parallelogram here? Now, this angle plus this angle is 180, no? Because adjacent angles, they're supplementary. See, this angle, this angle plus this angle is equal to 180. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So in the triangle, this angle is 60 degrees. In this triangle, see what we're doing is we are finding the measure of this angle and this angle, and then we are finding x using angle sum property. We're going to find x using angle sum property. So we are first finding this angle. How much is this one? This one is 60 because this angle plus this angle is 180 in the parallelogram K. No, it's called what? RISK. And then in the parallelogram CLUE, see this angle is equal to this angle. Opposite angles are equal. No, once. See here, RISK, right? Now this K is this is 120. This one is adjacent, so 60.
I is 120.
But in CLUE, L is 70. So E is opposite angle, so it will be 70. So in this parallelogram RISK, angle K plus angle S is equal to 180. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So we get 60 here. And then in the parallelogram CLUE,
E is equal to 70 because opposite angle.
Yeah, angle L is equal to angle E. Opposite angles are equal. now in this triangle, x plus 60 plus 70 is equal to 180. So x is equal to 50. So see, I've marked these angles as A and B. Go through the working and tell me if you understand the steps. Okay. Or if you understand. The first question is MNOP a trapezium? Why? It's not given. Parallel lines are not. No. Yeah. A quadrilateral is a trapezium if it has one pair of opposite sides parallel. That's correct. But here, which are the parallel sides? Nothing is marked. No. You cannot assume that. See, in other questions, why did you, like, how did you identify parallel lines? Because it was given that the quadrilaterals are parallelograms. Here, nothing is given. You just have this figure. MNOP is just a quadrilateral. The quadrilateral. Correct. That is right.
And then MNOP is not that easy. Because in trapezium, one pair of parallel sides only is equal. The other pair is not parallel sides.
So you've forgotten. How do you identify parallel lines? How do we identify parallel lines? No. Correct. Fine. But when two sides don't meet, even when they are produced endlessly, they're parallel. That's correct. But how do you work and say what property will you use to say that they are parallel? When alternate angles are equal, the lines are parallel. When corresponding angles are equal, lines are parallel. When co-interior angles are supplementary, lines are parallel. Now, in this figure, this is a line. This is a transversal. This is a line. We are not saying they are parallel lines. MN is a line. PO is a line. And NO is a transversal. This is a transversal. This is a line. This one is also a line. MN and OP are two lines intersected by the transversal NO. And we see that co-interior angles 100 plus 80 is equal to 180. They are supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary only when the lines are parallel. 80 it is, not 180.
That is
100. Okay, so co-interior angles are supplementary, therefore the lines are parallel. This is some line, transversal, some line. These are co-interior angles. And they're supplementary. Why? Because 100 plus 80 is 180. Co-interior angles are supplementary. These two are the lines. This is the transversal. Co-interior angles are supplementary. That means the two lines are parallel to each other. Now, supposing we have In the same figure, supposing this is 100 and this is 70.
No.
These are co-interior angles by the
But it's
position.
not supplementary.
Yeah, they are co-interior angles, but they are not supplementary. So these two lines are not parallel. The figure is correct. The figure may be right. Not that the figure is not possible. It's just that if these two angles are not supplementary, these two sides are not parallel to each other. Because if these two lines are parallel, co-interior angles should add to 180. See the answer here? Huh?
I don't say.
No, you said MN and PO are the parallel sides, but before that you must
Yeah, that's it.
explain why it is a trapezium.
But can we identify like
No, no, no.
sometimes it might be.
No, no, you cannot. You should give reasons.
If they didn't test.
No, no, you should. See, you cannot just say by looking at the figure, yeah, it looks like a trapezium, so it's a trapezium. Yeah, read the steps.
And then they're using the like the C function.
Yeah.
And I have a doubt. They didn't even like write anything about it here. And in the science like anything.
See, first find the sum of the angles. Angle MNO plus angle PON is equal to 100 plus 80, which is 180. Is that understood? Okay, so now we know that the angles in these positions are co-interior angles. See, whether these two lines are parallel or not, see, even if you have a figure like this, you have a figure like this. These are co-interior angles. Why? Because there are two, these are two lines, and they are intersected by a transversal. See, now supposing you have a figure like this. These are co-interior angles. Now these two lines are not parallel. Properly. These two lines are not parallel. This is the transversal. These two lines are not parallel. But these angles are called co-interior angles. From their position, they are co-interior angles. If they are supplementary, the lines are parallel. If they are not supplementary, the lines are not parallel. So these two angles, by the position, they are co-interior angles and they are supplementary. That means this line is parallel to this line. So how should you present it? First, you must add and check if it's 180. It is 180. Now you should justify. Angle MNO and PON. Angle MNO and PON, these two angles are co-interior angles. Not only they are co-interior angles, they are also supplementary. Not only are they co-interior angles, they are also supplementary. It's not enough that they are co-interior angles. They must be supplementary. So these two angles are not only co-interior angles, but they are also supplementary because we just found their sum. They are co-interior angles made by the transversal NO. Made by the transversal NO with the lines MN and PO. And they are supplementary. So the lines are parallel. Then in the quadrilateral, if one pair of opposite sides is parallel, it's a trapezium. And which are the parallel sides? MN and PO. Yeah. Measure of angle C or magnitude of angle C. It's usually measure of angle C or magnitude of angle C. Reason? Correct. Co-interior angles is supplementary because it's given that AB is parallel to CD.
So co-interior.
Yeah, this is the transversal.
CD is the transversal. The S is equal to 90. It's a right trapezium.
Correct. It's a right trapezium. Correct. This one is a right trapezium. See, it's given that SP is parallel. No, let all of us will think. Yeah. I'll wait for some more time. Wait. Oh, you're good there. You're not well. There's a headache. He's not feeling well. Yeah. So, and what is this? Line segment SP is parallel to line segment RQ. So, PQRS is a, what is the name you would give this quadrilateral? It's a trapezium because one pair of opposite sides are parallel, and it's a right trapezium because you can see the right angle here. The right trapezium. Okay, so this is also 90. Reason is because co-interior angles are supplementary. If this is 90, this is also 90. Co-interior angles are supplementary. P is equal to 50. Which are the parallel lines? These two are the parallel lines. And this is the transversal. This is the transversal. So these two angles, they're interior angles. They're co-interior angles. Yeah, you can see the C. Parallel line, transversal, parallel line. You can see the C formation. See a parallel line, transversal, parallel line. So here is 130. So this will be 50. Interior, co-interior angles always will be in the C formation. If you rotate the C, it takes different shapes. So this one, see it like this. Okay, so when you turn this, it looks different. So this is one such formation, parallel line, transversal, parallel line. Co-interior angles are supplementary, so we have P is 50. This one is 50, P is 50, and then this one is 90. Yeah, correct. Yeah. In 30. Yeah, let's stop the recording. You can start writing. Yeah. I'll not stop the recording. I think for Dhanvan has missed the class. He needs to take the notes, right? So let it go on.